Hey everybody, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's still going to be a tractor attachment, but during first cutting I lost an arm on my rake. It seems this rake's a little bit older. A lot of the factory arms just seem to have been falling off, and I've already replaced I think 3 or 4 of them. Well, I didn't replace them, I made them out of a piece of pipe. So the way the rake works, there's a cam gear inside a gearbox, so every time it goes around it turns the arm. And that's where they've been breaking. So to replace the cam gear, I'd have to take the whole gearbox apart and put I think they're $400 per cam gear, and it takes 11 of them. So I've just been making my own arms for now to get me by. Right here is where it broke off. I don't know how well you could see, but there's just a little nub of the cam gear sticking out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to weld a category 3 lift arm pin on there that I can then slide a pipe over with new teeth on it. As you can see, the factory arms just seem to be falling out and they like to snap off. Since I don't have any shop set up yet or anywhere good to weld, I have a PTO generator that I run off the L2501. It's a NorthStar. It's 13,000 watts and it runs my Miller 211 no problem at all. It's 14,000 surge watts. It just goes from the PTO into a gearbox and then into the generator head. Then you have all your circuit breakers here. So I've spared you all the prep work that I've already done. I already made the new arm for the rake here and grinded it up. Here's the lift arm pin. This is what I'm going to weld to the cam gear first. And then there's a little bit of play with the pipe on that so I could tighten it up and get the arm where it needs to be. It's probably not the best way to do it, but I'm no professional fabricator and all the ones I've done work, so I'm going to stick with it. For some reason my 50 amp extension cord doesn't want to work for me today, so I got the tractor pulled real close, but that's not a big deal. I'm going to start out by welding the lift pin on there. I got a washer on there to give it a little space, and we'll see how it goes. I probably won't be able to talk much over the tractor sound, but maybe I'll give it a shot. My Miller 211 is set up to run shielding gas, but since I'm outside and there's a little bit of wind, it'll just blow the gas right away and cause a lot of problems. So I'm just using the flux core wire right now. So that's it for the welding tonight. I think it's really handy to have the generator that I could run the welder off anywhere I want. If I break down in the field, something like that, somewhere that I can't plug in and work, or can't move the equipment, something, it could really get you out of a jam. And on Facebook and a lot of the other groups online, I see a lot of people frowning on PTO generators because they're worried that they're gonna wear their tractor out, or they're too afraid to put too many hours on your tractor. And I bought my tractor to use it. I mean, that little diesel motor's built for thousands and thousands of hours, and just sitting there stationary running a motor like that is not gonna put wear on the tractor. The 2501 runs super efficient, so even during a power outage, if we wanted to have a lot of power, I would be fine running it for days on end. It wouldn't bother me one bit. So like I said, this generator head and the shaft came from Northern Tool. I believe this little running gear is an International Harvester, an old one, but it's built super solid, and I like the fact that I could just drop a pin, hook the shaft, and go, versus hooking it up to a 3-point, which wouldn't be too bad if you have a quick hitch or something. I have the Pats, but I like the portability of just putting a pin in and going. And like I said, this is no way any type of how-to video for welding. I'm not a professional welder by any means. I'm just a guy on a farm with a welder. And my welds might not look good, but they do hold, and that's what matters to me at the end of the day. I'd like to spend more time with the welder and get a little better. And it'd be a lot easier if I had a shop to work in better conditions, and especially able to use the shielding gas and make a big difference, in my opinion. So I'd say that about wraps up the video for the day. I mean, if you're thinking about getting a PTO generator for your tractor, I'd say go for it. I mean, you already have the power there. It's not going to hurt your tractor in any way. As long as you keep your tractor maintained, it will not hurt running it and running it. That's what it's meant to do. It's going to hurt it more doing field work and loader work and things like that than a generator ever will. So if you're looking for cheap power, the PTO generator is the way to go. You're going to save a lot of money, and you're going to get a lot of power out of the generator too, and be able to do things like weld wherever you want. And at the same time be a lot more cost effective than an engine driven unit, which isn't really in my budget. And also one less motor I got to maintain. Maintenance really seems to get the best of me sometimes. So if you like what you saw here tonight, or find my videos interesting, please click the like button. If you don't like them, hit the thumbs down, but do it twice, please. And subscribe if you want to see more of the content, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.